Uzukee's new Roblox anime Battlegrounds game, Eternal Battlegrounds, has officially released to the public yesterday actually, and it's already dying. But how? How is the new Roblox game that was created by the big developer that made YBA already seeing such a huge decline in players with such a big dislike ratio? In my opinion, there are 4 logical reasons for this, and we'll be diving into all of those reasons in today's video. And no, I haven't actually played the game yet. Hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. Let's get this to 1k likes minimum, and tomorrow I will be actually hopping in the game and playing it to give my first impressions, and honestly to see why everybody hates this game so much. Stupid. I kid you not, even though Roblox developers have the means, the budget, and the leverage to market their games in order to find and discover new players, most of them don't take advantage of this. Honestly, I think this should be a lesson to future and current upcoming developers on what not to do when creating a game. Eternal Battlegrounds had a massive trailer come out towards the end of December, which showcased the game pretty well and was actually quite impressive. There was no release date or time frame that came out with the trailer, which was honestly to be expected. Shortly after the trailer, Infernasu, and only Infernasu, posted a video playing and experiencing the game for the first time. In that video, he expressed the game was actually alright, and I'm not gonna lie, he made the game look pretty decent. And to my knowledge, he was the only YouTuber that covered the game. Following that, there was about 9 or 10 sneak peeks posted in the Discord server to the public, one sneak being about 30 seconds long, the other being about 20 seconds long, and the other 8 were about 5 seconds or shorter. And this was all in the time span between January all the way till now. And as you can imagine, 10 sneaks is not a lot of sneaks, especially if they're very short sneaks, especially if there's only 10 sneaks leading up to the complete release of your game. Eternal Battlegrounds had no communication. There was no communication on Eternal Battlegrounds progress or development progress, and little to no sneaks to show any new characters, etc. In fact, if you go over to the Discord channel right now, inside of the big news channel, you can actually see the announcements from January in the exact same screen as where they announced the game was going to come out. That's how little news we've gotten on Eternal Battlegrounds development progress, updates. There's been no trailers, no teasers, nothing. And honestly, that's terrible. The dev team has been completely silent. There's been nothing showcased or told to the public. And then Uzukee woke up one day and said, hey, I'm releasing my game tomorrow. Literally out of nowhere. It doesn't matter how big of a developer you are or how much hype you have. This is a terrible marketing strategy, and I think I am probably the only Roblox YouTuber that has been screaming for the past couple of years now that Roblox developers really lack on their marketing, and at this point I think they're doing it on purpose. Because on the most part, as a Roblox developer, majority of the time, if your game is good, you don't actually need to pay content creators money up front. Usually there are deals handled behind the screen or behind the game that doesn't actually involve straight up cash. If your game is good enough, you are able to get away with not paying, but there will be other benefits to the YouTuber that is given to the YouTuber, whereas they don't actually need to hand money up front. Now, not every developer can get away with this, because not every developer is creating a good game. I just thought I'd let you guys in on a little secret. But back to topic, when does a big developer ever wake up in the morning and say, hey guys, I'm releasing my game tomorrow? That feels like something a scam game would try to do. Stupid. Yes, I know it sounds weird to say Uzukee has bad rap, but if you think about it, he kind of does. If you go back to the only form of promotional material the game actually has, which is the trailer from damn near 8 months ago, Uzukee's comments is all telling of how happy the community was to be getting a game from him that is not YBA. As Eclipse stated in his famous comment, well, Uzukee's performance in his main game, YBA, has been terrible. The very slow updates, and even when they did get an update, it wasn't actually good. The update that released shortly after the trailer came out, that being, well, according to the community, it was subpar. it wasn't actually that good of an update, and only bringing out one stand to an update is pretty criminal, especially if your player base has been waiting months for an update. With Uzukee publicly stating the creation of Eternal Battlegrounds did not hinder or affect YBA's updates in any way, shape or form. The community was actually able to see through what they would be calling a blatant lie from Uzukee. Stupid. Let's be completely honest here. Bro, it's a Battlegrounds game, an anime battle arena game. If we've learned nothing over the past year, it's that the community does not, nor has any need for, Battlegrounds games. Yes, you can argue Jujutsu Shenanigans is a game that's come out recently and is doing really well, but that argument doesn't honestly stand here at all. Jujutsu Shenanigans is actually a game that brings different gameplay and gameplay mechanics that no other Battlegrounds game on the platform actually delivers. You can have a completely different gameplay experience each time you play Jujutsu Shenanigans, with the destroyable environment and gameplay features that this game has. That honestly cannot be said for Eternal Battlegrounds. Not because Eternal Battlegrounds is bad, but because no matter what character you pick, no matter what stage you're in, the gameplay is going to be exactly the same every single time, with the difference between that being whether the person you're fighting is a good player or a bad player. It's the exact same gameplay every single time. There is no change or flow. There is no change of flow to the gameplay. In short, Battlegrounds games are kind of boring after the first hour. Stupid. Uzukee clearly couldn't foresee how his new project would do bad. The marketing was poor, and Infonasu isn't the only YouTuber in the world. Yes, Infonasu is the GOAT. However, if you're only going to let one YouTuber cover your game, it is clear you do not know how to push for the discovery of your game by potential consumers. Even a YouTuber that only averages 1,000 views per video could bring a good amount of players to your game, and I'm assuming you would want as much people playing and discovering your game as possible. I mean, for crying out loud, people still don't even know the game is out. Nope. And I'm not joking, people didn't know this game released to the public. Whatever bougie gatekeeping nonsense these guys got going on is clearly not how you want to run your game if you want the game to actually be successful. I mean, look at the Discord server, for goodness sakes. The developers are posting videos from YouTubers in the YouTube video channel. YouTubers aren't posting their own content. Does nobody have roles inside the Discord server? What's the issue with this? That means a lot of people are either not rolled in the server, and even if people wanted to get rolled, they would have no way of actually getting in contact with anyone able to roll them. Because guess what? The people posting the videos are the developers of the game. And guess what? Uzukee and Paragon have their DMs off. So there's no way of actually reaching out to them. Whatever and whoever is testing this game has clearly done a bad job. Yes, I haven't played the game yet, but I've seen a boatload of content that shows the game's in a pretty bad state. I mean, why else would the game have so much dislikes if the game was in a playable state? Stupid. Well, in conclusion, people are clearly not happy with the game. But then again, there are so many people who don't even know the game actually exists. And if what I've been sent is true, the game didn't even reach up to 10,000 players during its release. Can we deep that? For crying out loud, that has never happened with any anime game on the platform over like the past 4 years. Even the scam games that came out earlier this year had 10 times, literally 10x, the player count during their release. If that's not terrible marketing, honestly, what else could have affected the numbers in such a huge way? Unless Uzukee thought his name alone was enough to cover the hype, and no singular YouTuber is enough to generate hype for your game. You need a community of YouTubers to do something like that. Utilize as many content creators as you can, because having a lot of reach is better than having one big source of reach. If you include that big source with a bunch of smaller sources, well, you've done good, you know? And just coming out of the woodworks and saying my game's releasing tomorrow after months of silence, again, who do you think you are? Who does that? Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I've had people in my DMs over the past couple of I was speculating that YouTubers like Seiji4 and Revolveragz didn't actually get into the game to play and promote because they would have saw how bad it was and have made videos to probably damage the reputation of the game. But honestly, who knows? That might have just been, who knows? That's just people's assumptions. The damage has honestly already been done. In the next video, I will actually be hopping in the game to see how good or bad it truly is. And that's honestly it from me. I do want to know you guys' opinions on the game, so if you guys are in the comment section, please write your experience with the game, what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, what can be improved. It's better to give constructive criticism than to just hate or be overly negative. So please put your criticisms down below. I want to know why you guys aren't liking the game. For now, I'm probably gonna go hop in the game and record some content to see if it's actually good. I need to try it out for myself before I can overly judge. But this video was honestly just what I speculated, the reasons as to why the game's performing really bad. And honestly, I think I'm pretty spot on with most of these speculations. But let me know in the comment section down below. I love and appreciate you guys. I'm gonna see you in the next one. Hit the like button if you haven't already, subscribe, and peace.